What is up, everyone? It's Synchron here, and today I wanted to actually talk to you all about who I feel as if should defeat the Light Ignis. Now, if you're not up to date with the anime, your anime Yu-Gi-Oh Vrains, you're not gonna understand much as to what I'm talking about, and I'm actually gonna be pretty vague as to my explanations. I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail. This is just overall my opinion as to who I want to see duel the Light Ignis. But other than that, I hope you all enjoy, and well, let's get into the video. Okay, so the reason why I don't want Playmaker to duel the Light Ignis anytime soon is because he's already going up against Kusanagi, who is his best friend in the real world, or kind of close friends due to their main goal of trying to take out the Night of Hanoi, which they did in season 1, kind of, and season 2 they're trying to save Jin. So that's what's kind of been keeping them close. And the issue here is that there's already a big predicament within this duel against Playmaker and Kusanagi, because the Light Ignis is keeping Jin's brother's consciousness data captive. And if Kusanagi loses, Jin's consciousness is erased, and in real life, Jin might be like, he might be in a vegetable state of mind. He can't talk, he can't respond, just kind of similar to how they found him in the Lost Incident. But if he wins, Jin is released. I said that in air quotes because you can't really trust the win. You can't really trust the Light Ignis. I don't know. From my opinion, I just feel he just feels pretty sketchy, especially since he was willing to delete, especially painfully delete, his ally who lost to Soulburner by setting his program on fire. And even watching Wendy burn alive, in a sense, until Flame actually saved Wendy in the nick of time after the duel. But basically, the issue, and some of you might be asking, oh, why doesn't Playmaker just throw the match? Well, that's the thing. The Light Ignis made it to where if Playmaker throws the match, if they're not trying, then he basically erases Jin. If it's a tie, the Light Ignis erases Jin. So really, they both have to duel at their best. And basically, shoot, they had to duel at their best to where the Light Ignis is satisfied. And if he's satisfied at the defeat of Playmaker, then he might release Jin, which again I highly doubt that's even gonna be a thing, because I do feel as if he's a sketchy character. And say Kusanagi does defeat Playmaker miraculously, because I do feel as if Playmaker's kind of holding back, or maybe or maybe Kusanagi's deck just has that anti Playmaker style. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. We never really seen him duel, so seeing what else his deck can do later in the future is actually going to be really interesting. And I would be very excited if he has the perfect counter to Playmaker's deck. But I'm not going to lie. People keep saying that Playmaker has like this trauma where if he loses, it kind of just messes with him mentally. So for that to actually show if Playmaker, does lose, like he was holding back, in the end would kind of, and for them to bring up the trauma Playmaker's been holding within him, could definitely hold back the Playmaker and his team, especially if their strongest member is not mentally in it. He's not mentally in the battle anymore. Like, he's kind of brought back his trauma to where he can't even hold his own. Like, he doesn't even have a backbone anymore. But yeah, that's my opinion why I don't want Playmaker to duel the Light Ignis. But after that, let's move on. Okay, so for why I don't want Soulburner to go up against going up against the Light Ignis, Lightning, it's pretty simple, because he already got a win over Windy in his latest duel. And I know for a fact, Flame, the Fire Ignis, has has Wendy's data program within him, kind of absorbed in a sense, kind of how Aqua did with Earth's data programming. So in a sense, like they're kind of inside, not inside, like basically it was like an absorption kind of act where I'm gonna save your data programming, and if I can't restore you, you're still kind of with us, kind of thing. Because Flame is the character where he didn't want to give up on Wendy, and I just feel as if that duel to I don't know, just feel as if that duel was enough when it came to taking down one of the Ignis, and giving a character 2 wins over the Ignis is just I don't know. I just feel like it's uneven in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically it. That's why I don't feel as if Soul Burner should go up against the Light Ignis. And if he were to go up against the Light Ignis, I'm not saying he should lose, but at the same time, it's like if you want Bowman to have more Ignis within him, for him to be the perfect AI, then a loss would be necessary if they were to go in that route of the anime, to give Soul Burner a loss against maybe Bowman or maybe the Light Ignis. But we'll see later in the future. But that's my opinion on Soul Burner if they were to ever put him up against the Light Ignis. I would just kind of disagree, probably for a good bit until the story progresses on. Okay, so the final character that we still have that is trapped within Yu-Gi-Oh Vrains is Revolver, and why I feel as if it's better for Revolver to duel Lightning. And I say duel, I didn't say defeat, because I don't want to give my ideas on who might win. That's just gonna be too complicated for the video. It is just overall opinion who I want to duel the Light Ignis. But I digress. Basically, the reason why I want Revolver to go up against the Light Ignis, later in the future, is because his whole life's work was to undo undo his father's life's work, which he was even told by his father himself that the Ignis are going to rise and destroy humanity. So of all people, why not allow Revolver to, well, in a sense, be the next person to attempt a win against Lightning? Not to mention that, if you guys watch the anime, you might have seen the Spectre versus Lightning duel, and when the realization of Spectre losing basically hit Revolver's mind, you saw, like, whoever saw it, they saw the shock within Revolver's eyes. Like, we all know that Revolver is a pretty calm character. He never really loses his cool, but to see him actually shocked, when realization hit him, it kind of just gives you that idea that not only did he care about Spectre, but he really, but the mentality going into such a duel, he's more than likely gonna want revenge. He's probably still gonna keep his cool, but at the same time, he's definitely going to be he's definitely going to have that revenge hungry attitude towards the Light Ignis. Basically, his whole his whole life has been trying to destroy the Ignis, and what better way to allow Revolver to get his revenge against the one that took away his friend than letting him duel the Light Ignis that again took away Spectre, one of his childhood friends that he met after the Lost incident kind of crashed and burned. Alright, well, this is the end of the video, and I hope you all enjoyed. Obviously, there are different opinions out there that may disagree with me, may harshly disagree with me. So, I mean, have your voices heard in the comments below, basically, If you disagree with my ideas, by all means, I want to actually hear it. I'm very curious to see other point of views as to who you guys feel as if should defeat the Light Ignis, and where maybe the story should progress on. And if you agree with me, that's just as much of a win in my book. But I just want to see other people's point of views. How do you want the story to progress? Who do you want to win? Who do you think should go up against Lightning next, or like however you guys want to take the story in your own hands, by all means, just have your voices heard in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.